Have you ever forgotten to brush your teeth? May seem like a strange question, but the answer is probably no. Any idea why? Hi, my name is Chantal. I am a coach, a speaker, a mom, a teacher, and on this channel I share ideas and perspectives that give you the tools that you need to actualize and live your best life. And at the moment we're talking about habits. In the last video, I shared with you what the habit loop is all about. Do you remember that? You have a cue that acts as a stimulus for you to undertake an action, and then you have a routine, which is the action that you take, and it leads to a reward of some kind. And I threw out a challenge to you to pay attention to the habits that you currently have and try to figure out what it is you get from them. Because that's what we're going to dive a little more deeply into today. So I spoke to a few people from my own circle who have successfully either quit something or started something. In one instance, a family member of mine indicated that she successfully quit smoking 5 years ago. Congratulations! But that she found that she developed a sweet tooth. So now she eats a lot of cake and that kind of stuff. Someone else shared that they used to enjoy running. Now found that they spend a lot more time on resistance training and doing that type of exercise. So what are these examples that I'm sharing with you have to do with forgetting to brush your teeth? And how does this fit into habits at all? Well, in the book that I spoke to you about last time, this one, they explore how a manufacturer hired a PR exec to change the teeth brushing habits of America by encouraging people to brush their teeth. Prior to this, dental health was a big issue because people just weren't doing it. It wasn't part of the national routine. One of the things that researchers and behavioral scientists identify when they study habit is that there has to be a driving force. There has to be something that you're looking for, something that you're aiming to get out of it. And that'll motivate you. In the case of most products, people turn to advertising. They show a beautiful woman and you buy this product because you want to be beautiful too. Whatever the case may be, whatever emotional appeal is being made, that's the thing that gets you going, right? That's only half the story. So one of the reasons it's really difficult to forget to brush your teeth is because you get that little tingling sensation just after you have done, right? So it's not something that it's easy to forget doing. And that little bit of tingle is actually just an irritant. It serves no purpose. And it was added deliberately to toothpaste to create that sense of you having done something virtuous. So yes, you want the shiny white smile and you want all that promises you. But the thing that really turns it into a habit and makes you remember to do it is the little bit of craving that's created by that tingle. So I gave two examples a moment ago of people who've shifted habits and changed. One unconsciously, the other deliberately. Let's take a look at the deliberate example. This respondent indicated that he really loves the virtue of exercising. Why does he do it? Because it makes him feel good about himself. He's the kind of person who runs. Yeah, makes sense. But when he decided that it was taking up too much of his time to yield the health results or the benefits he was looking for, he recognized that he had to replace it. So the craving piece that we spoke about, the tingle of the toothpaste, remained. He wanted to have that moment of feeling the virtue of effort and like he's moving in the direction that speaks to his personal myth. I am a person who exercises, I invest in myself. He just needed to shift the routine. You can identify what it is you get out of what you're doing. Then you can use that to motivate you to change the routine. I'm sure you've heard this a lot of times from people who do different activities like running, the runner's high. People who are most successful in shifting their habits and changing their behaviors in a way that they want are those who are able to focus on that end goal. So when the going gets tough and there's something that you're not sure you're going to be able to persist through, focusing on what that end piece is, zoning in on the craving, is something that can motivate you. So you manage to get around that last bend or over that last hill because you're envisioning that success. You have that craving for success, you have that craving for victory that's going to motivate you. Focusing on just the next pedal in front of you may help for shorter term goals, but if this is something you want to do consistently and get good at, then you're going to need to be able to focus beyond the next hardship. There is one more thing that bears pointing out from the book and the case studies presented in it, and that is that while keeping the same cue and the same reward and just shifting the routine is in fact the golden rule for habit change, some habits require a little bit more, and that can be found in the form of belief. So for things that you've been trying to do but you just don't seem to be getting there, could it be that you don't really believe that change is possible? If that's the case, if you've reflected on it and you think that that is true, then I'd encourage you to focus some time and energy on that piece first. And I will say this to that subject. If there is anyone currently on the surface of this earth who is successfully doing the thing that you aspire to do, then you can do it too. So sometimes that little bit of self-belief is the factor that will help you be able to make that shift. If you get out of bed and lace up your shoes in the morning and set off on that run with the craving of success and the endorphin rush at the end, but you don't really believe you can accomplish it, then the chances are you're setting yourself up for failure before you even get going. So, recap. Golden rule for habit change. Keep the same cue, keep the same reward. You can generate a craving around that because you have identified clearly what it is. Shifting the routine will be the easy part. We cannot erase habits, we can only overwrite them. I hope that you find that helpful. I hope that's something that you can leverage. We're going to focus in the next video on a few more things that will support you in making the habit shifts that you're looking for. And the first is one of my favorite topics because it's one that I think we kind of look at, well, I know I've been looking at wrong. That's willpower. So we know that willpower is fickle, right? It doesn't hang around. It's not something you can count on. If you wait until you feel like it, you often won't do the things you really want to. So what's up with willpower anyway? Well, come back on Friday and find out. Until then, I hope you've been inspired enough to take some actions and make some change in your life, and I hope that you found this video helpful. As always, if you think anyone else would enjoy it, please feel free to share, give it a like, leave a comment, and I will see you soon. Stay safe.